President Putin has warned the West not to cross what he called a red line with Russia, stating that it would trigger an asymmetrical, rapid and harsh response. Mr. Putin's comments during his State of the Nation address came at a time of increased tensions with the West, and as supporters of the jailed opposition figure, Alexei Navalny, staged protests against Mr. Putin's rule. Our Moscow correspondent, Steve Rosenberg, sent this report.
A touch of pomp. Then, cue the president. This was Vladimir Putin's 17th State of the Nation address. He used it to portray his country as a besieged fortress, threatened by the West. And he warned, don't mess with Russia.
I hope no one will cross Russia's red line. But in each case, we are the ones who will decide where the red line is. Organizers of any provocation threatening our security will regret it, like they haven't regretted anything for a long time.
But is it Moscow that's the threat? The US and NATO say they're concerned by Russian troop movements and a military buildup near Ukraine. There's concern too about Alexei Navalny. The jailed opposition leader is on hunger strike and in poor health. America has warned Russia of consequences if he dies. Today, police detained more than 1,000 supporters of Mr. Navalny. There were protests across Russia. This was the scene in Moscow, close to the Kremlin. People marched through the city, defying the authorities who'd called the protests illegal. Russia will be free, they chanted. And we're the power here.
Vladimir Putin always says that everything is okay. Every single word he says is a lie. And I'm not okay with that. That's why I'm here.
In his speech, Vladimir Putin made no mention of Alexei Navalny or protests. But in many ways, what has been happening to Mr. Navalny is a reflection of the state of this nation. The Kremlin's most ferocious critic, first poisoned and then put in prison. In one day, we saw two very different Russias. To the Kremlin, unsanctioned protest means chaos, disorder. President Putin wants Russians to believe that only he can guarantee them stability. Steve Rosenberg, BBC News, Moscow.
Shalom Yashrala. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakabadash, from my worship. Double honor to my other apostles, the great millstone, who taught me this word in sincerity and in truth, and who rule well. Now, there's been a series of tensions between the U.S. and Russia. You've seen that video. I believe this one here is dealing with, well, I believe it's dealing with the Ukraine, but it's dealing also with some guy. I think he went on a. I guess they have him locked up in Russia. He's Russian, I believe, and I'm gonna read the article that I got queued up to get the whole scoop on the story there. So I guess he has a following and all that, and I think he went on a hunger strike. And the guy is because of the hunger strike, I guess he's near death or something. Something's going on. So I'm gonna read the article, and but all this happening, and then I guess the U.S. is like, if I heard it correctly or read it correctly, the U.S. is like, if anything happens to this guy, that they're gonna get involved or something with Russia. So Putin was like, yo, don't cross this red line, and then Putin was like, this red line is whatever we make it, if you cross it, there's gonna be serious repercussions, man. Something really bad is gonna happen. So let me get the article. Okay, this is from BBC News. You see the title. It says, Putin warns of tough Russian action if West crosses red line. They show Putin there. It says, Russian President Vladimir Putin has warned the West not to cross a red line with Russia, saying such a move would trigger an asymmetrical, rapid, and harsh response. Now, in essence, what does that mean? It means war. It's an act of war. If you cross that red line, it's an act of war, man. That's initially and essentially that's what Putin is saying. Now, whether the U.S. is gonna cross that proverbial red line or not remains to be seen, but we know that according to prophecy, biblical prophecy, it's the only prophecy that's out there. These two nations are gonna go head to head. Now, we don't know when, but we know that the time is close. We know that the time of the mandating, the global mandating of the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, is close. And we know that, soon after, World War III is close. And then soon after that, our Lord is even closer, will be even closer to save his elect, which myself, I pray that, I hope and pray that I am a part of, So let me continue reading. It says, the warning came in his annual State of the Nation address. So Putin is like king. I think this is his 14th State of the Union. So Putin is king of Russia, man. The king of Magog and of Gog. And I believe that he will be the one that the Most High will use, man, to get this thing off and popping. If I said it correctly. On and popping, I'm sorry. To get this thing on and popping, right? Because if it's off, then shit don't get popping, right? It's locking, man. Alright, so it says the warning came in his annual State of the Nation address amid heightened tension with the West over Ukraine, right? See? And jailed Putin critic Alexei Navalny. That's the guy's name. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this link in the description box below. You can check it out for yourself. This is like a now this article or this here came out, I think this came out about 4 days ago or so. So yeah, but it's prophecy, and I don't know about y'all, but when anything arises between Russia and the U.S., man, with the spirit of the Lord, man, I'm on it. I'm on it, man, because you see, it just shows that we are that much closer to our Lord's kingdom, man, and us, Lord willing, reigning with him. Alright, so with that, I'm gonna say shalom. Stay strong, Akim, and the few Akwathim, because the Lord is close and he is even at the door, like the scriptures say. Alright, about to knock and come in. So stay strong, stay faithful. Shalom.